Welcome to Count Stackula on YouTube. Thank you so much for turning into another one of my videos. Today, we are talking about the 6 inconvenient truths about stacking silver. Let's get into it. So on a lot of stacking channels, we hear about all of the positives and very few of the negatives in terms of stacking silver. And this is mainly due to the fact that a lot of our stacking channels are somewhat biased in that they pretty much just stack because that's what they love to do. Nothing wrong with that. That's certainly not the inconvenient truth here. But we are getting a little bit of colorful information from people on YouTube because of that fact, and we should not ignore that. But from taking a more unbiased perspective, we can look into what are the actual disadvantages to stacking silver bullion in particular. So we're not really talking about the shiny yellow metal today. We're specifically talking about silver stacking. All right, so let's dive into the 6 inconvenient truths. Here they are. So number 1 is storage and security. So storing large amounts of physical bullion can be inconvenient as it requires secure storage, which may incur additional costs. It is also essential to ensure that the storage location is safe from theft, damage, or loss. It is actually a good idea to have a decoy safe, even if you don't keep your metals in there. So, or maybe just a few metals in there if you're trying to. That's just one creative solution, but let's just focus on the inconvenient truths about stacking silver. The next one is liquidity. While silver bullion is generally considered a liquid asset, it may be challenging to convert it into cash immediately, especially during market downturns or economic crisis. It may take time to find a buyer willing to purchase the silver bullion at a fair price. We find this all the time where our choices to liquidate it is somewhat limited. You can't take this to the bank and expect to get a return. Unless you like to network with other stackers in the community who regularly buy online, your choices are somewhat limited to a local coin shop or maybe peer-to-peer. And while that can work very well in many occasions, it also presents a little bit of limitation on how much and how quickly you can liquidate your bullion. The third inconvenient truth of silver is premiums and fees. When purchasing silver bullion, investors may need to pay a premium above the spot price of silver, which can reduce their overall returns. Additionally, when selling, dealers may charge fees, further reducing returns. So it's pretty much a given that you're going to be paying a premium above spot. And if you ever see a deal that is below spot, you need to steer clear because chances are it's a scam. Sometimes bullion dealers do offer silver at spot, although rarely. But usually in non-crisis times, you can get a first-time purchase spot deal, or occasionally different bullion sites will cycle through this kind of special flash sale offer. It's usually very limited, and when supplies run out, the deal's gone. So you got to be quick on those. The fourth inconvenient truth of stacking silver is market volatility. The price of silver is subject to market volatility and can fluctuate significantly in the short term. This can lead to uncertainty about the value of one's investment, which may affect an investor's decision to buy or sell. So we've seen a lot of volatility lately in the market ever since basically 2020 or late 2019, because the price of silver has really been taking wild swings in the last few years, which is kind of unusual because prior to that, it was very humdrum and pretty much locked between $14 and $16 for almost a decade. If it would go to 18, it was like, I mean, unicorns flying, basically. You know, now that we're above 20, it's a whole nother game, and definitely a lot of market volatility has been going on for the last 3 years. We've seen silver go from as low as $11.50, I think was the low in 2020, all the way to $30. And it's likely not over yet. So depending on when you purchased your silver, you could be doing very well. But in a lot of scenarios, when the price is this volatile, the premiums are sky high. And that is to protect the bullion dealers as much as possible from taking losses. So market volatility is a real inconvenient truth, and it's something that definitely needs to be considered when purchasing or stacking silver. Let's take a look at the fifth inconvenient truth of stacking silver, and that is taxes. Depending on where an investor lives, buying or selling silver bullion may be subject to taxes. In the United States, silver bullion sales are subject to capital gains taxes, which can reduce the overall return on investment. So, in addition to capital gains taxes, every state has different rules in terms of sales taxes, and sometimes you may have to be paying sales taxes for silver bullion depending on your state that you're in. For example, in Florida, if you spend $500 per metal, then you don't have to pay sales tax. Anything below that will generate a sales tax charge. In order to avoid that, you would either have to place a large order, or if you purchase the American Silver Eagle, you're not going to be paying sales tax because it's government minted silver. So there's no sales tax on the American Silver Eagle or the American Gold Eagle, for example. All right, so let's take a look at what the sixth inconvenient truth of stacking silver is, and that is opportunity costs. So opportunity cost refers to the potential benefits an investor may miss out on when choosing one investment over another. Here are some potential opportunity costs associated with stacking silver bullion. So missed returns from other investments. By investing in silver bullion, an investor may miss out on potential returns from other investments such as stocks, bonds, real estate, which could generate higher returns over the long term, or other assets that offer compounding returns. Another issue is inflation. Silver bullion may not keep pace with inflation over long term, meaning that the purchasing power of the investment may decrease over time. This could be an opportunity cost if there are other investments that offer better protection against inflation. It's worth noting, though, that every investment has its opportunity costs, and it's essential to consider these costs when making investment decisions. And it's crucial to have a diversified portfolio that considers a range of assets and classes. Not financial advice, this is all just my opinion. But that is the 6 inconvenient truths about stacking silver that most stacking channels probably won't clue you in on. So I hope that this video has been informative for you today. I'd love to hear your opinions down in the comments, and I'd like to introduce you to a new product that I have made. This is the newest 10-ounce bar box. It's so big it barely fits on screen here, but this giant box holds 12 10-ounce bars. And not just any 10-ounce bars, this is the XL size. So if you have any gigantic XL sized 10-ounce bars, this should probably fit them. It was a custom project made for a buyer, and I think it's cool enough that I'm gonna go ahead and offer it to any one of my viewers who wants that awesome box for their stacking needs. So thank you so much for watching Count Stackula. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please tune in to my channel for more awesome content coming your way, all about stacking silver and collecting. And remember to check out those 3D printed boxes. Links are down in the description. I'm Count Stackula, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.